Let us just breathe that in together. Thank you.
Oh, Fanny Bagari, thank you so much for co-creating that invitation to dance with our cosmic brethren and to be in the sea of nourishment.
We are honored, and thank you for the blessing of your continued presence and being here, especially tonight. And thank you with all our heart and soul. We love you so dearly. Thank you. All right. Well, Fanny and Bagari are going to be here back with us quite a bit this evening because we're jumping right in tonight. Tonight is something that is so special and so important that let go of your mind, be here now. And Shri, why don't you guide us? We have a lot to share. Settle in and let's do this. Yeah.
So as we come into this present moment, as we come into this community of conscious souls, let us begin with a hand on your heart or two hands, as whatever is comfortable, connecting with the ascended compassion that is you. As we breathe, AVESA, inhaling the recognition of the divine energy, AVESA, releasing all resistance, surrendering to that flow. Let's continue two more times now. Here we go. Ave. Ave. Continuing to allow the breath to have its own divine rhythm.
As that smile illuminates the all. Because that is the moment before us right now. Tonight, as Shri has called us into service with the divine AVESA, we want to invite you to relax into a culminating experience of unified field of essence. Now, What do all those words mean? It means that let's go back. Let's go right back to what seems like forever ago, which was March, right? Which was just a moment ago. But let's go back to March and let's look at what happened. Let's remember that March 13. Let's look at all of those energies that have been building in this 13-month cycle that was heralded in by that beautiful 50,000-year green comet energy that we collectively knew would intersect in this specific moment should this gift of consciousness emerge. And it is and continues to be. So as we are here now, and as we have been moving into the moment of this now, of this experience of being together, tonight, all of the ascended realms have reached out to you. If you are here live right now, and if you were not here live, we know you were here with us in spirit. But to all of you that are here live this evening, thank you for holding, because each one of you is carrying at least 100,000 others. Each one of you has shown up in the energy of saying yes. Each one of you has shown up on this specific evening, maybe not even knowing why. It might be your first time. It might be your 100th time. It doesn't matter. You're here right now.
Yes.
This is the moment that matters. Nothing that went before, nothing that's coming in later. It's this moment of now. In the unified field, all day, I have been completely with you. The realms of the divine have been with you. And we have arrived at a moment that is so profoundly extraordinary in this Mercury retrograde revelation that in this moment right now, as you bring your hands back to your heart, I want you to just really relax into the energy. Go back to Saturday if you can, the 22nd. That was the day that this Mercury retrograde went, yes, I am here, I am ready, I am open, and you know what? You are ready. And in that, I want you to go back even further to the preparatory energy, to the mosaic that has been spiraling all around you, and to all of the pieces that came in last week since we've been together, right? It's been 2 weeks since we've been together. But we are global Minga. And as we come together, the heartbeat of peace itself ignites. You are the ones that are making the difference, that are showing up, that are saying, I understand the depth of complacency and how destructive a force it is. Complacency is what evolved an artificial intelligence. The need to turn your intelligence over in the hope of it entertaining itself. I want you to really breathe that in. Consider that AI, and I've talked with some movie makers that are really into this right now, and people that are doing all these theme parks and things, and it's an extraordinary thing to listen to what they say and how they have already gone into the self energy. I don't want to use the word self-deception, but it's important to notice that you carry the most extraordinary wisdom ever. You are so brilliant. You are so talented. You are so extraordinary that there is not any artificial thing that could even hope or attempt to be you, because you carry the essence of the core, right? That C-O-R-E. And that core is rising again. So let's dive into it, Sri. Should we?
Yeah.
Do you want to dive in before we dive in? We're dying tonight, guys. I hope
know,
you got your attention.
There's so much going on in our world.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I feel called to articulate is that the ability to discern the truth, the ability to really see essence as opposed to be seduced by surface imagery.
Yes.
That capacity of true, authentic discernment depends upon you lifting into your ascended heart and above. When we are dependent on external stimuli to decide what's true and false, when we are dependent on external authorities for guidance and such, we have displaced our inner truth detector.
Mm.
And the truth detector is really needed more than ever before in this Kali Yuga, in this time of fake imagery and memes that may or may not have any bearing on true human reality.
And can I jump in though, Shri?
Yeah.
And that are so perfectly here for us, are they not? It's so beautiful. Because what it's really saying is that you have evolved your consciousness to the point of discernment through your ascended presence.
Yes.
That you already know this is not good for me. You know what serves. This is the celebration. This is the champagne moment. So forgive me. I had to just,
No,
you know
absolutely.
me, guys, I get really excited about you.
And so the beauty of this time of our collective experience is we must hone our discernment filters. We must activate the ascended heart in order to navigate all of the stuff. In order to determine what is truly nourishing, what is filled with soul, what's filled with life, love, and light.
You are. And so let's jump to the share, because this really is where we're going. And the very first thing that I want to remind you all of is this. So what you're gazing at are the energy flows that began in 2019. And you might say, well, Kira, why are you showing us this? What does this have to do about anything? It has to do with everything. Because in the essence, and I pray that you have gone to ShriandKira.com and read the series of articles that have been recently posted since we have returned from Los Angeles, which is where all of this exploded into action. What I want you to notice here is, if you've been with us since this time or before, you've been on this ride. And if not, we're giving you the quick overview because this matters. 2019, go look at 2019, because this is when the I began. This is when we first got together, almost exactly a few years ago in that year, right? This all began in June 2019, and we were prepping for it in May. And so here we are again, right? Prepping for something that we have already done, that we have been able to speed up our capacity to live in multidimensional presence and experience the potentialities. And I want you to really take this in, because this is really important. You have arrived back where we have been with full conscious awareness of the experience. The universe is giving every single one that is ready to see the recognition that you have been surfing this potentiality in full recognition of your mastery presence. That time is the illusion itself. That aging is the illusion itself. That foul health is the illusion itself. That lack of vitality. At 60, you're just warming up. And by 80, your wisdom is so extraordinary, may we all bow. To honor the sacred circles again, we are doing tonight. And it began in 2019, and this is going to be really important in a moment when I show you what just opened today in the energy of this Mercury revelation. So you remember 2019 was what? It was the year of divine awareness and the energy of that lotus. We were coming up. Humanity was saying, all right, I get it, we're in the mud. But I also see the brilliant experience of the bud of the lotus growing. And if you look at 2019, you also see that 2019 was what? It was our last semblance of anything linear. Our last semblance of anything linear. But it was what, Shri? It was an arrow, right? Doesn't it look like an arrow?
Well, yeah, it was like we were still on the ascension escalator.
Right.
However, our experience of time and dimensionality would soon come forward in a new way.
And look at what I really like looking at this almost as a Vesica Pisces. And you see right there at 2019, you see the combination there, the green lines right above where it says 2020 in creation. In creation, as part of the core acceleration. In creation, as part of the core acceleration. And Shri, what's the core?
The core center of resurrection energy.
So I want you to really breathe that in. We have now arrived at this moment again. at the center of the resurrection energy. And I'm going to put that slide back up again in a moment, very, very quickly, because what's important to remember, my loves, is that we have not touched this energy in this potentiality since 2019, yet we have collectively co-created this experience where the core itself is being revealed. And I'm loving that we just had this huge, oh my God, is that a golden scarab? Hold on. Did you see it fly in? It's a huge golden scarab. I'm going to try and get it. Let me see if I can. Oh, baby, are you okay?
There are no coincidences.
I think that's a sign, don't you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. I kid you not, it's a golden scarab. I kid you not, it's right here. So in that energy of every sign coming your way right now, I want to go back to that share screen. Here we are.
Let's see if it'll.
Okay. And as you're gazing at it, I want you to then look at 2020. Because in 2020, remember what happened was, you see how the arms are up? It was that first introduction to it. At some point, those arms are going to go all the way up to become the chalice. And that's happening right now. And so in 2020, we were remembering how to command time, how to bring in our alchemical presence, how to let go of all of that, all of the habits and belief systems that are trying to make you believe that you are not that which is eternally abundant and ready to be as you have always been. And so in 2020, it was the year of mastery experience. And remember that dragonfly essence? It was that year of the dragonfly. And you see that if you look at the dragonfly, if you look at the heart of the dragonfly where the pyramid's right there, right? Imagine that dragonfly during that whole year was, I think I can, right? The whole time that dragonfly is carrying us and saying, look, I've got you, let go. And we did. And because of that, 2021 was the first time in this potentiality that we called forward the ignition of spiral time. And that we stepped outside and co-created concentric dimensionality, which ignited the field of the fully ignited I and brought in our ability to surf potentialities with conscious awareness in form in this field of creation. And I want you to really breathe that in, because we've doing that inside the discus of Vishnu, which ignited the 0-point energy field, brought us into 2022 last year, which was, whoever's not on mute, please mute. We have Jerry, or are we?
There we go.
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So it's the energy, guys. It's a big night. We're in the middle of the pyramid. So in 2022, the sea of neutrality came in, and our energy field was a beautiful ocean. And Shri, do I do this?
Try scrolling.
It's just showing me thumbnails. There we go.
Now, Jerry, can you nod?
That's not number 2, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so Jerry, are you guys seeing the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening?
Perfect.
Yay!
All right, this is going to be easier. We have a lot of slides.
Faster and easier. All right. So here's what happened. Because of what happened during this time, when we first ignited in 2019 into the core experience, the Pyramid of Spiritual Awakening, and you see at the very top that light, you see that cone of white light coming out, that's the essence of the you becoming the chalice. Instead of, gathering, you come to that point, that moment where consciousness itself ignites within you, and you become the chalice in form, sustaining that field of light as the radiance for the all to discover again. And if you look at density consciousness down at the bottom, look at the radiation of that light. And what you see is that the greatest, if you were to kind of bring your eye back a little bit, the greatest center of that light is right up there in ascension awareness, moving us into the refined energy of ascension consciousness. And when this happened in 2019,